Yeah. Oh, now there's shit like curly fuck underneath here.
So you guys excited for Guardian games next week?
Oh, hell yeah.
I really... Scott's like, I don't know.
Scott should join us. He should join us.
I just saw Destiny chat was like today, and so I was like, oh, it must have been a good day for Ken.
Oh,
it's always a good day when a new trailer drops.
Well, the thing about Bungie and the way they do their shit, man, they do so hype so well. And, like, this last one with Saint 14, who's this big Russian dude, you just all you're just like, break them! Like, you're just like, yeah! Like, it doesn't even matter if you care about the fucking class that he's talking about. You're just like, fuck their shit up! Like, you just want to get in there with guns and crap. Like, I love that crap.
Yeah. That's a good hype man right there.
Yeah.
Fucking allergies.
You know that shit's working.
God, I hate allergies.
Say Bill's so hyped he needs a hit.
No, I was playing outside with the kids, and it's like allergy season out here. And I've been doing so good without an
The
inhaler.
mask has helped.
You know?
Right?
The whole thing about the allergies, that must have been what hit me the other day, because from morning till night, for reasons unexplained, I couldn't figure it out, but my eyes were crunchy. Like, they were so dry, and they were just like, I'd be like all day long, and I would put in eye drops, wouldn't fucking matter, and I just couldn't figure it out. I was like, what the fuck is happening with my eyeballs?
Well, what ended up happening with your eyeballs?
I just suffered through it, woke up the next day, and it was like, cool. Like, it just stopped. I don't know why. That's why I have no answer. It's like, I don't know what it was, because it ceased. And I can tell you right now, trying to play D2 under those conditions is a pain in the ass. Like, I can't fucking see anything. It's terrible.
Terrible.
Wow, we're all fucking here. Drew,
Oh,
how's it
yeah.
going, man?
So you have been to East Texas.
Going all right. Sorry for my 2 minutes of lateness. The young ones did not want to go to bed,
I haven't.
and I finally had to drug them.
Did you drop kick them? Oh, that works.
I've been giving Poppy melatonin gummies for the last week.
Have you guys ever tried?
What's
What's that? I normally just go with whiskey.
You're supposed to play act Ivar, not become him.
Have you ever tried? What's it called? Help me out here. Magnesium.
What for?
That's nice.
Yes, magnesium works wonderfully for me. It's the first thing that finally has actually worked for me.
It's not even a sleep aid. It's just a muscle relaxant, but it's so
Yeah.
natural. Nice.
Well, for me, what would happen is I would go to bed and then like I would have like the restless leg sort of whatever, and my doctor was like, so you're good asleep, it's getting asleep that's the issue. And I was like, yeah, I just had trouble relaxing. And so she prescribed me, you know, supplement magnesium,
Wow.
and it's worked better than everything else.
It works
You
really
can
well.
get it. You can get it as a kind of like a powdered supplement you can put like in your tea before you go to bed. The best one is called Calm. I've liked using that one in the past.
I don't like that one because you have to use, or not have to, but the instructions say to put it in cold water or warm water. But I like cold water. The one I have is like a calm alternative.
Yeah, okay.
I always just liked Pornhub, but hey, you know, what are you gonna do? No, I honestly, my wife makes fun of me because when I'm like, all right, I'm done, I walk to a place and just pass out.
I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Mm-hmm.
You should have seen it when I lived with Scott and Bill. Like, I'm done, and then I would just
Your
disappear.
12-hour shift in the chicken shack.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how I am with naps. I can like finish a meeting, slam my lunch, get a workout in, look and be like, it's 12:45. I have to leave at 1:15 to get the kids. All right. Nap, wake up 1:14. Shoes on, let's go.
Oh, it's like
Good.
going to it's like college again.
Yeah.
Go to bed at night? Nope.
I have to power nap. Like I take like an hour nap in the afternoons to be able to make it on these Thursday nights.
No doubt. All right, fellas.
So it's been a while.
Yeah. Well, it's been a few weeks. I'm just pushing the fuck out again. Come on, internet.
So I do have a drawing of where we left off last.
Thank you for explaining to me on Saturday. I was like, okay, Ken said we're like about to do a big fight. I don't remember a big fight. And
Yeah,
Drew like
we
pulled
left
out his notes and walked me through
I
it.
left
and
off
was
with
like,
"Fuck you, Douglas."
Can someone
So
take
that
me
was
through
very
the recap?
Yeah, well, you guys were moving to a certain location. It was very quiet. Thank you again, Drew, for said visual recap.
I do appreciate that.
Gotta find my character sheet.
So I wrote in my notes, by the way, Ken. Douglas gives John. John is given the box prison, not Ivar. John. And then later on, I write, "Fuck you, Douglas." So somehow it all worked out.
It was fucking Demon in particular, because John was the one that was talking at some point or another, either trying to negotiate or something. I can't remember what it was. But either way, he was not in the mood for words. It was very clear. Okay.
Yeah, so if I recall, we basically had discovered a rift. And in this rift, we were coming to seal it off. And one of
Maybe
the
we could jump
outsiders...
right in.
You were coming to not necessarily seal it in. You were hoping to lure one of the outsiders into that location to trap it. Because you guys were going to do an initial test of the fully completed prison.
Oh, that's
And
right.
then we push the button. John's like, well, fuck this. And then the outsider was like, you know what? I'm not in the mood for a fight. None of us are. So as we're being charged or approached by this outsider, John goes, well, I guess.
Shields up.
I believe that's what Ivar left us with. And I can't remember, Ken, you had activated a ruin. I don't remember what you got with it.
Let me look at my notes. I think I may have written it down. Let's find out.
Rocket fist.
Well, I remember we were talking about upgrading to make it so that I can like power boost, but I don't think I ever like executed on that.
Oh, shit. I wrote down that you activated your Juggernaut.
No, I found a new power for granite skin.
Yep, you've got granite
got it.
skin, so you're like uber tough.
Speaking of uber tough things, I just heard rumors that they're going to be bringing Wolverine into the Avengers movies.
Good.
My last
Out of
note from
curiosity,
320. Yeah,
Is Hugh Jackman gonna do that? Or are they
No.
making
That's
somebody
what
else?
I'm wondering.
he's done with him.
Yeah, he is. He said he was done, but I'd hope he'd come back for this one.
Or at least for Deadpool. I just want to see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. I mean, the trash talking that those two have done over the years has made it almost mandatory in my mind.
Okay,
But,
did I fever dream that Deadpool's gonna take over the Stan Lee cameos?
That would be
That'd
awesome.
cool.
That would be a fever dream, and that would be awesome.
To just like show up in the background, like blip in with cables, like
That would be pretty hilarious.
That would be funny, and very much.
I can see they're in a restaurant and all of a sudden he walks in. Can I help you? Here's your tea.
Literally my last line of my notes was, "What's in the box?" It was all in caps too. I've got 157 IP I could use. I could definitely upgrade my gauntlet if I wanted to.
oh, that's right. I said you should get a lasso and a headband.
Oh, so I could be like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, because you said, OMG, I want a rocket punch. Shoot my gauntlet off, have it punch someone at range, then pull it back. And then you're like, oh, I need to start comboing my powers. Granite skin plus golem equals falcon punch. Like you started super speed plus granite skin.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
And it
doing
was like the Wonder Woman like thing, or like you should grab the. Let me see. You had granite riv becomes a weapon that the golem swings
Just
around.
swings me around. Yeah,
Batters up.
yeah. That's exactly how I imagined it too. Like a golf swing, where I'm punching. Like I'm following through with the punch.
Hilarious.
Barbarian dual wielding paladins.
And then we have this music going on in the background right now. I feel like we just like uploaded our video game and like entered it. It's like, by the way, you're at a boss scene and there's nowhere to hide. Good luck.
Kind of.
Oh, I always forget to turn the music on.
Yeah, I love having the roleplay with the music active. It's so necessary. Helps with the mood.
I teach like that sometimes. I'll put music in the background while I'm teaching because it creates that mood to like epically tell the tale of some adventure.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. Nothing else needs to be said for that.
Yeah, that's why it was the Iliad and the Odyssey were originally told to music.
Iliad, Troy story.
Okay.
The Odyssey, I got lost on the way home. Dude, where's my car?
I love that movie.
All right,
And then?
Ray fucked me.
No, and then, no, and then, and if you say it, just fucking freaking out. God damn it, there were so many good movies. Like, I think I love that movie just because as a high schooler, I felt exactly on par with everything that was going on. When it's fucking stupid. So, yeah, we're, about
Kimmy, do you want to just take over for Bill?
We can't hear you, but
That's fine. We're gonna need a combat sense awareness check because we have to see who's going when.
so D, can you like reset the scene? Like I remember we described what we were doing, but can you just set the scene up again so my brain can squish to it?
Yeah, 1 second here.
Dude, Barrack critically fails and he's still better than Ivar.
I rolled a D19.
Okay, cool.
Got 13.
Oh man. All right. I think.
Gotta love verses.
John don't see shit.
We're gonna roll with number 10 here. My gut instinct tells me. It's a good one. Yeah. All right. So. All right. Resetting that scene as you asked. What it was, you guys had all dropped down from rooftops after your initial deployment. You were investigating the area. Now there was what looked to be some kind of like artificial. There was a industrial structure incomplete towards the center as you guys had come down from the higher levels and into the center of this complex. Now it was all partially industrialized, meaning that it was a project that never got finished. So there were obviously signs of squatters and things like that, but it was mostly barren. Nobody was around. You guys was coming in here all by yourself. Now you had all activated this, the prison in and of itself, because you have, the box that it had opened up, I'm trying to remember how exactly I described what was inside, but it was basically like this geometric, like, gem that was encased in silver that was embedded in foam, and that was what was inside the box. So when you guys let it activate, it suspended itself, spraying out all these strange colors, and you were wondering whether or not you'd have like this desire to get sucked into it, because that was basically what was stipulated, is that it would draw the entities into it. And you guys let that happen, lo and behold, you know, our eyeless enemy suddenly appears on the opposite side. You try to throw out some various conversations, some smaller attempts to get it to like not immediately engage. He ignores that with a curse and starts going after everyone rather violently.
Got it. That's why the music is going ape shit.
Yes, indeed. Alright. We got who's last?
Did I actually roll last?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the day Ivar beats everybody is the day he overcomes his paralysis.
There's a lot of ones being rolled here.
Yeah, technically I got a 1. Wow, yeah.
Yeah, but this is for the initiative check, so the bot share does not apply.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, I see. Okay. There we go.
First jiggles.
So,
Do you want me to re-roll my shield wall that I'd basically thrown up around the group?
no, it was successful last time, wasn't it?
It was successful. I had basically bent reality around the whole group
Yep.
I do remember that.
to basically protect us from any, hopefully, onslaught.
Well, onslaught indeed. Because he starts to come forward, and you can see the concrete underneath his feet. Now he's wearing a long trench. He's got that going all the way down to just above the heels, heavier boots, and he's got the the black outfit, but he's completely eyeless, like he was never born with any. But he's moving as if he can see perfectly fine, and he's got that slick black hair. The whole of the air in and around you, like even the light that's coming from out of the prison, begins to kind of bend and warp where he's walking. Because he comes in near proximity to it, and you can see it just kind of bending in weird ways. Like it's kind of being pushed out and away from him in a certain strange way. Almost like he's controlling whatever it is, but the photons are coming around invisible objects. Yep. Trying to get him, that's why.
God, I really wish you had True Sight going right now.
Me? Well, I mean, once I have my power, once I have my initiative, or once my turn comes up, I'm gonna be fucking rolling. So we'll see what
We're
my
just sneaking through.
slot. My slots will tell us what we get.
Describing this epic scene in the background, and I've got my dog going. Like, thanks. Helps the ambience.
Ambiance.
While he's stepping forward, of course, he's staying clear of the prison to a certain degree, kind of walking around where it's now kind of floating in position in the center part of that incomplete structure. It looks kind of octagonal, almost like it could have been like some sort of a gazebo or something like that. This whole area looks like it could have been some kind of like a courtyard, or it was an attempt at something like that, but it never finished. But all of the debris, like the various, pieces of litter and smaller pebbles, everything else, it starts to kind of pick up in and around his person, and everyone can feel this charge of energy being drawn in his direction. And when that happens, he just kind of becomes this force all unto himself, becoming this sort of a ripple. Now, nobody feels anything in their minds, oddly enough, but when he comes out and around, there's this violent burst of what looks to be just raw kinetic force that erupts from his person, colliding into the same shield that Ivar has put up, which I need Ivar to just make a will check, please.
Will.
Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
Oh wow, the music just kicked into high gear while he's doing his will check.
Do I have any target?
Yeah, you have to beat it. You have a 10.
God damn it! Every time.
Well, if we stop
wizard-
destroying
I'm gonna throw some luck to on those 2 9s to roll them up to a 10, so I will have 1 degree of success.
Are you lucky?
I am not lucky, so that's gonna be 6.
It's gonna be 4. It's gonna
4.
be 4 points of luck.
Is that how that works?
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, because it cuts in half. It's when you're lucky, it's 2 for a reroll, 1 for a boost.
A bump. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you feel it. I mean, this thing ripples across. The concrete's cracked where it comes up to where you're at. You know that if you guys had taken the brunt of that force at its full stalwart capacity, there wouldn't have been a lot of argument from anyone. So, this basically means we have John's reaction to that.
Well, look, he left.
Yep. He's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Like that, just...
Ivar's just like, ow, that hurt.
Yeah.
This guy hit very hard.
Proper. Here we go.
Sorry, something was potentially burning. Well,
You're good.
So, wow, he was so powerful, he put your house on fire?
Damn.
yeah.
My
I mean, I
games,
felt
man.
that all the way up to here.
I'm like the living Jumanji. Oh, that would suck.
That would suck.
Shadows meets Jumanji. What could go wrong?
It feels like it.
So, Bill, you're up, man. You guys see this catastrophic wave of raw kinetic force impact that shield, and it sends a vast debris field out and behind everyone, and it's cluttering up with all this, like, almost like smoke up and behind everyone else.
Excellent, Drew. Excellent. So John he's just kind of looking at this, and he's just like, and kind of cocks his head to the side because he's just kind of holding it like he's like, hey, I brought cookies, kind of holding the box, and he just kind of, okay.
Is it like a Ghostbusters trap?
Kind of.
Probably. Who knows?
That's
got a
how I've always
similarity
been
to it.
imagining it.
That's how I've been imagining it.
Me too. I mean, except it's square.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's got an
so
obsidian gem, and I remember it having like silver running through the center line, but it created this massive, because it was crystalline, and you could see the crystalline shapes in there creating all forms of geometric formalities inside of that. And now it's emitting light, and that light has very specific focus. So it's just a, like I said, it's a very, very, very powerful artifact. And like I said,
Our goal is to get our big boy near
yeah,
it.
the goal is to get
So-
Big Chief sucked up into the box.
Slide it.
Okay,
across
so we're
the
going to
floor.
do a tactics roll to ask a question.
Nice. Tactics.
Yeah.
Get some tactics for some meta knowledge.
It's not like Shadows doesn't give you the opportunity.
Right?
I still
Roll.
roll.
Magic 8 ball.
1d10 plus 15. So 24. And the question I'm going to ask is, does John know if we have to weaken it like Ghostbusters with blasters? before we
Pokemon
can
style.
drop it? Yeah, Pokemon.
That's exactly what I typed. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You guys are less like
Mind meld.
shaking
Do
right
we
there
have to
on
go-
that Gigaderps level.
Yeah.
Do we have to Pokemon it?
Given the fact that the light of the trap or the light of the prison itself is bending out and around the entity, you're assuming that you're probably going to have to knock it to where it can't concentrate or something to that effect. Weaken it,
Okay.
something. Yeah. You're going to have to do something because right now the trap has got nothing.
So John's going to do two things because he's got his melee master, so he's going to do two actions.
Mm-hmm.
First action is he's going to use forces and matter. And he's essentially going to take the concrete underneath it as it's walking
Yep.
and cause it to lose its mass so that it falls into it.
Right.
And then he's going to use the forces in conjunction with that matter to form it into magma and sort of kind of like form like a magma prison around it.
Right.
His second action, separate from that, so it's going to be two SFR usages. He's going to flash freeze the magma.
Interesting. All right. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so irritate of 5.
Yep.
So roll 5d10, loading 10. What's my target?
This is fairly large, so you're looking at an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Little hot and cold for you tonight?
So, yeah. So that was nice.
Okay. So the
So 2
spell
degrees-
goes off without a hitch. The effects
Yeah.
you're describing, that definitely occurs.
It happens.
Yes, that will be the thing. The only thing is you have to literally land it like an attack. So you have to do your will as a stat, your melee rank, and then a D10 plus whatever modifiers. So like,
Okay.
so what's your normal melee anyway? Because you'd be coming off
So
your
it's
reflexes.
it's will, melee, rank, and what again?
And whatever the bonus is that you got from the side of whatever extraneous modifiers. So you treat it like a skill. The only thing you're substituting is will for reflex.
Okay, his will is 10. His melee rank is 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess the bonus was the 2 degrees of success.
No, the bonus comes at the end of the skill, my friend. It's the synergy bonus you get, so it's at the end of it.
Okay, so I got to go to melee.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you're referring to.
Yeah.
For synergy. Primary stat. So my rank is 7. My primary stat is 11. My synergy bonus is 1.
1?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you have 18 on the dice because you're substituting reflexes with will. Because your will is taking over that, so you're gonna have an 18. What in the world is Ken up to?
I'm preparing for my turn.
We're going to pour luck into that.
Woo! God
'Cause,
damn, the dice don't want you guys doing well right now. You're gonna deplete resources.
So we're going to use luck.
Well, do
to-
keep in mind we didn't get much rest. We
Yeah.
we came out, went to the garden, came back, got some updates, and then we were out again.
Yeah. It's kind of funny how that works, but as we've seen so far in all of these games is that the dice play out exactly cinematically like they should, just about in every way.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay, so what do I need to? How much luck to reroll?
2 if you're lucky, 3 if you're not.
Okay, so we're spending 2. Yeah, because
So you'll have 19 as the baseline. You roll another d10 on top of it.
just roll another d10 on top of it. Okay,
Yep.
so 10 plus 4,
you
so
got
23.
total. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're like, you basically hold the box, you let yourself concentrate. There is this vibration that occurs around your person as you channel the arcane forces inside of your body, and as you feel them sort of direct and then launch forward into the ground beneath where he stands, you see it just goes whoosh like that. You can see it sink like a sinkhole unnaturally, almost like it becomes purely liquid but losing the volume. And what happens directly after that is you see him just shift all the way over past that point, but the spell effects literally come into voice. Like, it comes up, the magma, and then a burst. So even though he definitely goes to the side, he still gets pelted with partly frozen magma because he can't get out of that. You're causing the heat differential to massively explode next to where he's standing. What was...
Now you just need to throw some ill-tempered sea bass at him, and this will be great.
Liquid cold magma.
Yeah, right.
Don't you take my ideas.
Yeah, so he moves off to the side. Of course, he's hissing with fury when he's pelted with all of that. The amount of damage that you had coming out, because of would have been like a repetitive over, like, what was the damage for? You got how many successes last time? It was like 5, wasn't it?
This time I only
You
did
had 1,
2
2, 3,
degrees.
4. Yeah, you had 5. You had 5 successes. It looks like. Almost. No, that was Ken's thing. So you had
That was
1,
Ken's
2, 3. You had 4. So you still, the way that it does this, it didn't explode again. So yeah, you had 4 successes. That was accurate, I think. Yep. Yep. So your will plus 40 plus the power level is what?
So
The power
will
level, the forces that you were using were like all like 5, right?
yeah.
All right. Damn. Okay. Yael was a fucking big hitter quitter over here.
Yowza.
Yeah. Okay. So he takes the hit. You can see the magma sears off like it's like shrapnel that's liquefied almost. It's crazy looking. But it obviously leaves this massive crater at next to the point where this like unfinished gazebo is standing. So there's this like sinkhole now with like steam just coming right out of that, and it's just billowing like crazy, adding more obstruction to visibility. And then what we have now is we got Scott up next.
I still have the 1 melee action, so I was
True.
going to do. Yeah, we'll do 1 more action. So here's my question: is that magma still roiling?
It's in the state of like becoming solid. It's like you froze it right after, so it's not liquid,
Okay, so boom, and then
but it's fucking
shrapnel.
hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's fucking hot. So as he leaps out and he notices that, and he's hissing at the pond, he's going to attack him with Gaze of Fury.
Falcon
Right.
punch.
He's gonna by your powers combined, he's actually gonna use he's gonna do a wind blade storm around him. It's like a tornado, but it's like blades of wind just eviscerating the area.
Nice one, Scott. All right.
So he's gonna use him being distracted by the one attack to hit him with this attack. And for just the wind blades, the wind blade tornado, what's the difficulty?
Again, it's going to be an 8. Pretty complex.
Again, it's gonna be an
effect, yeah. And you're doing it around your person or around him from the outside?
Around from him, it's going to be basically kind of like a burst. It's going to just like shred his immediate his person and only his person, and then
Right.
dissipate.
You're just causing the debris that landed in and around the area to swirl around him.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so target is 8.
Yep.
Explode 10.
Swear I wish I had macros.
All right.
Just wait until everybody starts rolling real dice after a while.
So he gets hit with just a mild breeze.
A gentle caress of the cheek.
He finishes all this and he's like, "Love you."
Yeah. So this creates just this temporary whirlwind, but it just goes. I gotta roll a percentile here.
I remember reading one of the D&D memes where someone rolled to try and attack an ogre, but he's blinded and he ended up jacking off the ogre. So this ogre or this goblin can't see anything, and suddenly he starts getting fondled and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that meme. Yeah.
It's really funny.
Well-
that's the way you do your epic fails.
Shit. Alright, so, yeah, Scott, you are up, sir. Now, mind you, Ivar, you're going to have to manage, Joe. You're going to have to anticipate what's going on, because if he tries to launch projectiles through your anti-reality field, it will stop from the inside out. So if he tries to do anything internally, you're going to have to create a window for him to fire through, because it doesn't allow traffic either way.
Yeah, it's a one-way thing. So does he have to hold for me, or do I have to just be anticipating it to? Because I figured Ivar's being defensive right now, holding the line to keep the group safe.
All I know is that with Barrick, he's probably going to go make a hole and.
I mean, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Well, once he does it, what Ivar will just simply do is almost like Swiss cheese the thing. He'll transform it. It's will clamshell open and or maybe shutter like a camera, just whoop.
Oh, nice.
Creating apertures, yes.
There we go. The word that nobody knew until Stargate. Now everybody knows it.
And just for the fun of it, I might make that aperture have a little bit of a magnifying effect.
So, yeah, I mean, that was my plan, was to take aim and fire, and if I am still having difficulty seeing, was to kind of switch spectrums so I could see even through debris field.
The warble of the anti-reality field is basically just causing a little bit of variance in your vision. The other debris kind of clears out, though, so you still have the warble, but it's not going to obstruct your visibility so bad that you can't fire correctly. So.
Okay. Yeah, so firing a gun at an outsider.
Good luck.
We'll see what happens. All right, so I have a plus 27. So I'm gonna take my 6 shots.
Yep.
Shoot. Oh, that's a fail.
Let me know when you're ready for me to roll to open up.
Okay.
Well, I fired 6, but one of them's a fail, so probably don't have to worry about that one.
Okay.
Would my target just be 8 for me to basically open up the field with sort of the bubble, his bubble of reality distortion, to separate it so that those bullets going through are going to get magnified?
So, yeah, checking something. Yep. All right. So, what you'll basically end up having to do is you'll create the aperture. You're gonna do.
I'm using the. Sorry, let me just make sure. I'm using the hallowed rounds.
Oh, the hallowed rounds. Yeah, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good to know. Yeah, hallowed rounds are good for like hallowed rounds. I'm sorry, I forgot about the pun. They're hallow points.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. You think they're gonna miss the chance?
Exactly.
I got me some hallowed point bullets. It's great, Bernadine.
All right, so he basically pulls up and lays out his shots, man. So like that, he goes to just open it up. Now it's not gonna take much concentration to do a lot when it comes to just creating the hole for him to fire through. The only separation here is whether or not he can enhance it, and I don't think Ivar did anything just yet to make a roll on. So, have you rolled anything to enhance it? Or are you thinking about magnifying damage or anything like that there, Ivar?
Ivar's going for this aperture that opens up. It doesn't open up as like a clean open. There is like a bubble there that things pass through and amplify. So
Okay.
what would the target be?
You're going to look at a target 9. You have to have 2 successes for it to give it a single bump. So it's a little hard because you're maintaining the anti-reality field simultaneously. Yeah. So we're going to call that a difficult option. All right. Well, you create the aperture with that unless you're wanting to boost something or roll.
I'm gonna boost it up. I'm gonna
What
boost
was the
that,
target?
9.
It was 9. I'm gonna boost that
Okay.
up to a 9.
Okay. So that's another 2 points off your luck.
Yep. Burned out 6
Should've
luck
been-
so far.
You haven't even taken an action yet.
No. Gotta love this game. I can just feel the resources just. It's great. So you were increasing damage, I'm assuming.
Correct.
Okay. So and your reality manipulation, the level of it.
We had up that I think we are at. Where are we? Reality shift is level 3.
Reality shift is level 3. Okay. All right. So what happens next? I mean, he fires off these 6 shots in rapid succession, just pop, 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 like, and they're going out. What's interesting is that you see a fluctuation of speed that occurs with this entity. He jukes one, bats another bullet off the side. You can see it ricochet off the back of his hand. Like, it's kind of a combination. The second to last one actually hits directly into his forehead, causing his head to snap back, and the last round actually jams.
Jams in his gun.
Yeah, he gets stovepiped.
Yeah. I got a botch.
And Barrick like looks at his gun like shakes his hand a little, kind of thing.
All right, and then the damage per round for those was what again?
Well, I just have my gun is 26.
Right.
I didn't write anything different for ammo.
Right. Well, the ammunition itself will add on another point, but the rounds right now, against this being with his enhancements, because they'll be 46 hallowed at this point, because it gives like that extra boost for anything that is unhallowed, anything that's against the natural order. So it'll get that 20 extra damage looped into it, and then you have 40 extra damage that was brought in from Ivar's shot. So there was a nice little chunk. It was like 80, but I mean that round really did it. It hurt him a lot. Yeah. God damn it! I love this armor system so much. I can do it in my head. So yeah, his head snaps back with that shot. You can see it sizzling in the skin and the flesh. It didn't actually penetrate all the way through, but you can tell it definitely hurt because he's got the flexed muscles in his neck from more or less the pain of what he's experiencing. Yeah. So Ken, what's Riv's move, man?
All right. So I rolled earlier. If you scroll up, I put a little summary for us, everyone.
I like that summary.
The first thing is that she activated 2 of her runes immediately. She got super strength and teleport.
Fucking
For everyone who doesn't know, super strength gives my body plus 20. So when just as a reference, my
Nice.
my health levels is completely maxed out now. My melee went from 20 to or from 15 to 21, and my my BTM went from 1 to 20 She's strong. My next
She's
two
stronger
rolls,
than Fear.
That's
yeah,
terrible.
she's going full
Ivar
fucking
likes
Avengers
them
right now.
strong.
Man.
yeah.
And teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
The
also
next
got
two
the
rolls
granite.
is-
She's also got the granite going. That has not ended. We're still in that.
Oh, that's right.
encounter. Yeah.
I
So
forgot
you've got
about
the
that.
boost of body with your granite on top of the like defense of the granite also. You've turned into Colossus.
I forgot about that.
I like it.
So my full body armor is 65 armor. I have no falling damage. Wow. Okay, so now my body's actually at 33.
Oh shit! You could arm wrestle like old werewolves and be like, BAM!
So the next two rolls I did was awareness and tactics. So a quick glance around my surroundings and tactics. What I'd like to do, D, is teleport somewhere and grab something very, very heavy, because I can.
Mm-hmm.
Teleport extremely high, and then just like curb stomp the monster as hard as I can, like using my strength.
So going up into
And
the
then
air
teleport
and
away.
like hurtling the object that you've picked up, basically doing like a corkscrew and then just like like yeeting it straight down.
Yeah, I guess we could go for that. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
I was thinking, yeah, that I like that. That makes it. I'm turning it into a kinetic like fucking rifle.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You are the rifle.
The tactics at this point will give you zero in on a piece of debris that's out and behind the group. The debris is roughly the size of a basketball with a long piece of rebar sticking out of it, and which means that easy gripping, because you just go whomp, you grab the rebar and go pew, and go up above it, right?
And
Now-
this is where I'm gonna need to roll.
Yeah, you're gonna put
A
yourself.
railgun, that's the word. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you're probably going to go maybe 40 feet above him, maybe 50, something like that, because the longer the distance, the more accurate you're going to have to be.
Hmm.
So, at this point...
And that's why I did awareness and tactics, because I wanted to calculate all that in my
Yeah.
head really quickly, so I could like
No problem.
see if that was a good idea.
Yeah, so you could either do this corkscrew spin, or you could do like the Grandy bowling move, where you just hurtle it downward. Like...
If there was like places around, I'd fucking do the Neo thing and just like launch off the wall just to like clothesline him with it. But this'll do.
Alright.
I'm gonna meteor smash.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about how I could spruce this up. I want to give her every possible chance, because Riv is like one of those oddball characters that kind of is and kind of isn't like amazing at times. But
Yeah.
it'd be really fucking cool if you were to teleport over to the object, right? Brace yourself against the wall. When you pick it up, right? So you basically do a hop and you do a push off the wall, which means you go completely vertical, just hauling this thing ass, right? The teleportation won't stop your momentum. So if you go like that and bullet yourself off the wall, you bullet yourself straight down and just
there it is.
just like woo.
Now you're thinking the portals.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you just go
Yeah.
whoop whoop like that, so it's sending it straight forward. So it is more like a bullet, because you'll be at this point when you reach.
I want a meteor smash.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Plus,
exactly what I'm looking for.
It will also do a feint, because you'll be coming straight at him as a target, because he'll think you'll be coming straight on when it's coming from up top. And then of course you'll use your last teleport to do the
Get away.
basically go blink and just do a slide like somewhere else.
Yeah, get out of the way.
Yeah, because you would stop your
Like-
momentum that way. Yeah. Oh, that's a sick fucking play. I want to see how this goes.
With the gauntlets.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my body is ready to handle this too. My body is ready, you might say.
want to? Do I want to?
Oh.
Do I want to? Yeah, he would. I gotta be real. He'd do it.
What's that?
Well, remember enemies have luck also. I'm sitting there going like, shit. Fuck. All right, never mind. Go for it,
Okay.
bro. God
All right.
damn it.
What am I rolling?
Well, first of all, your teleports are automatic. They're basically free actions because you're just moving. So
Sure.
considered a movement, but you just go boink, you take it up. You're just gonna make one melee attack because the rest of it, I wanted you to do an. Do you have acrobatics as a skill?
I do, I believe.
Yeah.
Let me look.
So just make an
My
acrobatics.
melee right now is 23.
Yeah, I don't want you lip skidding the whole way over before you teleport. So just make an acrobatics check to make sure you don't just kick a hole in the wall or something else. You know, we need that first momentum. You're actually strong enough. I have to be worried about the structure of the wall. Like you could be like, bam, like that, and just put a hole through it.
Oh fuck! I exploded.
The fuck?
So okay, 28 plus 7.
You pirouette, raise
Hercules!
and dance in the air in a way that can only be described as poetic.
I wanted it to look like this.
Hell yeah, dude! All might.
The United
bitch.
States of Smash.
Yeah. All might for the
Yeah,
win.
right.
Mm.
Yeah. All right.
That
so.
right to the ground.
United States of Smash.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
incredible.
I love my.
He made
Hero
a tornado.
Yeah.
All right.
So
My daughter's trying to convince me that she's old enough to watch it.
it's a good show.
It's a
got
really
some-
good
show.
It's got some really
It is.
deep points to it, but I don't really see it as I don't know how old your kid is, but I guess I'm a little
10.
more lenient. Yeah, I mean, my kids would watch it and be like, it's amazing! Like, the only thing you have to watch out is for freaking grape juice, whatever his name is. Anyway, so,
All right.
regardless, okay, and then, so your acrobatics is a flying success. Now we just need to see how accurate you are.
Okay. What
You
am I
also get a
rolling?
plus 3. You get a plus 3 because you have surprise.
So I'm rolling on melee.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you are.
1d10 plus. You said plus 3 as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 26. Oh my god, that exploded too. Well, I guess we've been saving all of the luck there.
So
Jeez,
you
do
took
I have
all
music for
my-
this at this point, motherfucker?
Yeah, I guess they took all of your luck, Bill.
But I don't care because this is wonderful.
This is wonderful. I've never gotten a roll higher than 40 before. This is 42, I think.
Yeah, you're all mighting it.
Yeah.
She's like, bitch! Like, okay, to let everybody else in on the secret, the reason why I was talking about luck about villains in particular is because he rolled a 1, and I was like, fuck, he's botched it. Okay, would I rule it? It's like, do I want to? It's like, do I want to let it happen? I'm like, nope, you got to roll that luck, dude, because if you're a character, he'd roll luck to fucking stay out of it. Roll to re-roll.
Damn.
He double botched. Like, they were like, nah, it's happening. Like, not only is it happening, it's happening at high ratios of fuck you. Like,
You know, I think Riv is sending a message to the outsiders.
you think?
Yeah.
I think she's got something to say. She might have been pent up. I don't know. She's
Yeah, really.
angry. She hasn't had a date in a while.
That's the message right there.
Oh my
It does.
fracking god. Yeah, I have to. I'm gonna switch this music up, dude. I can't. Damn. Okay. Pausing that, even though that's great and all.
Yeah, that does sound like a cheesy dating movie. Riv versus the Outsiders.
I would watch it in a heartbeat.
All right, just make sure to turn this
All right,
shit
well-
on, folks. There is no better answer. All right, so Christ. Okay, so she's just like, all right, burn, like they just go out, and she's like, wink, goes out of that whole thing. Michael, who's still like, I think it was you guys, or did you guys have your whole team with you? That's the only thing I can't remember.
It was just us.
Yeah, that's right. It was just you. God damn. Yeah, so like John's gonna be like wary enough to go like, huh? Like that. She shows up outside the reality bubble, grabs this chunk of debris, and goes like literally just shoots straight forward like a bullet after like mounting the wall. She goes winking out of existence halfway through. She goes way up, appears again, and just goes, yeah, and she does this little like, woo, like does a slight turn and just whips that thing straight down, right? I kid you not, there's a mild sonic break whenever that happens, okay? Before she even, like, just as she releases the now, like, mass driver that she's become, like, she releases that, winks out of existence, and goes skidding to a stop, letting the momentum just burn out as she, quite sincerely, burns the soles out of her shoes on the pavement. So she goes like that. She comes to a, like, basically a starting run just as that thing slams into the target. So he's just like that, and boom. It's enough that it causes everybody to shake underneath that, like, the anti-reality bubble. Holy crap. Yes. Boom. I don't even know what that is, but that's amazing.
Right?
That was like dynamite blowing up under the thing.
Yep. So it it vaporizes. That concrete just comes completely loose. It batters the debris into the anti-reality field. Everyone is still shielded by it. You feel the tension as BB-sized fragments coming in at almost like 1,000 feet per second go skittering across the whole front of it. And there's just another plume of smoke and like dust coming up from where he
Ken
was.
is loving this music.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, and she just kind of slides to a stop just like that. No soles on the bottom of her boots anymore. You just see liquid rubber falling up where she's like standing. You felt nothing, by the way. You can feel the concrete under your feet, but there was no pain in what happened. You probably just have a little less callus on your right foot.
I imagine this is actually the music is coming through Riv's Walkman that she like popped the headphones on Quicksilver style.
Yeah.
I wish I was witty enough to come up with a like some kind of catch line after that, but Jesus.
Ding dong.
Wow.
Ding dong, motherfucker. Ding dong.
Okay, so
I guess the best she can do is she looks at what she just did and she's like, huh. Like, that's it.
yeah. Okay. So let's roll the damage numbers up here. Your DMod damage and everything else is what right now for your hand?
27.
Okay. The large lump of concrete that you hefted is right around like easily 60 by itself. So that's like 87 right there. And you also hurled it at amazing speeds. Yeah. I mean, you basically pounded this thing for right around 120 damage. Just, yeah. Like, that's how much you fucking throttled him.
Good use of
Is
the
this where he just like goes to his shoulder and gives it the
No, you basically it's where the villain just goes. Cracks neck.
All right, good warm up, guys.
Yeah. So there's gonna be a small pause after that, because you know you've got Ivar standing on the background, just kind of going, "Is it over?" Like he's still got but his danger sense is still going. something like that, so it hasn't dropped off. I've got it on repeat 1. Marilyn Manson, you are the man. Let's move it to the next.
Oh,
So-
that was a good round. That was a good 3 seconds of action.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just got Ivar
I
holding
feel
his
so
shorts.
satisfied.
But so the thing about that is that you guys wait for that moment. We're just going to assume that everybody kind of holds action for a second. Coming out of it, you actually see the figure, the silhouette, standing there, a piece of rebar sticking out from the inside of his shoulder line, jaggedly bent because of how hard she tossed it. Because it was like it bent on the swing. So you can see it just tilted like this. But it's buried into his body, and he just stands up and he just looks at the thing that's sticking out of his now physical and corporeal form, and turns over to where Riv is at, and kind of has this tilted head expression like, not expecting the small one to be that crazy. So, Ivar, you're up.
So Ivar, just to get clarification on mechanics, he still has to maintain the reality shift.
If he wants to keep the defense up, yes. Which means that the penalty that he'll suffer from that is that anything he tries to do using reality shift simultaneously as an offensive tactic will require that he has 2 successes as a baseline.
Got it. Would it be more of an awareness roll or a tactic roll for him to figure out how well we are doing versus this outsider and getting it into the prison?
Tactics.
Is this something like
Yeah.
that'd be tactics?
Yeah, awareness can gather you more information, but tactics is like what you can possibly do about what you see. Yeah. So tactics for sure. If you're wanting to know better moves or how well you might be doing, tactics.
Well, shit.
A botched 11.
You don't know shit.
You're not sure. It doesn't look
You haven't
great.
been paying attention.
He's still
I've
there.
always been holding the field,
Yeah, you know that he's still there. That's basically what you got. He's still alive.
and we know that there were buildings to the left and right of
You
him.
guys are surrounded by them, yes.
Okay, and they're not fully constructed buildings.
Nope, you've got exposed I-beams, rebar, concrete, stuff like that.
Perfect. Ivar would very much like to grab some of these I-beams and just as soon as Riv and its smokes clears, he's kind of like, I'm not really certain what's going on. He wants to drive those I-beams like missiles right at this beam. And he's gonna actually drop the reality shield to focus on sort of ripping these things at the highest velocity possible at this guy. So figure any high I-beams that he can just right on down.
All right.
Um,
So you're looking at a DC. You're gonna look at a target 8, and like I said, you need a minimum 2 successes to even get 1. So
okay.
anything beyond 2 successes will be an I-beam for you.
Bump up that 1 to 2, and you'd have your 1 success.
I gotta get more. I have to have 2 successes or more.
Oh crap, you're right. You'd have to bump up 2 of the numbers.
Ivar's gonna bump up 2 of the numbers.
All right. That's another 4 points. You got the stack for it.
I only have 5 luck left.
So yeah, that'll put you down to 1 luck.
No, I was at 6, and so I'm bumping up 2.
Right. 4 more luck out of 5. If you're bumping 2
Oh.
more numbers, would leave you at 1 luck.
Got it.
How much damage did Bill do with his magma attack?
Well, he did 10 damage because of the armament and the rest of it. You, on the other hand, did a crap load.
I was just keeping track of like how much damage we're laying down. Around 10 damage from Bill, about 40 damage from Scott, and then like 120 from me.
You should have.
Oh,
yeah.
I only had one bullet hit.
Yep.
Okay.
He dodged all
What
the
was
rest
your
of
damage
the
from
last
that
one.
bullet hit?
So you should be at 173 right now, Ken. That's how much damage he's taken so far.
Well, what are we happening with Ivar and his
I was 3 off.
What's that?
What's happening with Ivar and the I-beam?
Okay, so you pulled 2 numbers up to match your necessary,
Correct.
and you got 1.
I would have 2 degrees of success. I bumped the 1 up to a
Oh,
2, and
yeah,
I
I
bumped
see the
the
number.
7 to a 2.
Yep. Is he warping? You can't warp on me. That's bullshit. It is. It's totally warping. You craphead. Alright, fine. Alright. So, in this case, you do manage to get it, and then another one. So now they're not, like, hovering around, because you've got 120 feet worth of space to work with. So, you jockey these things out of the, you know, like the nearby structures, and you launch them at the target. Now you need to make a melee roll, which is like whatever your melee is, but you substitute your will for your reflex.
So my melee is 13.
What's your reflex?
My reflex is 7, and my will is 10. So I would add 3 and make it 16.
Yeah, you have a 16 base, so go for it.
$20.
Not fucking bad. So these things come launching up and then just go whoosh and start coming right for him. And he's just like, he seems to sense when you're doing that. It's interesting. It's almost like he was aware the attack was coming because he wasn't looking in that direction. But he spins that way, and you can see the 2 I-beams launching towards their target, unfettered. And then he just bursts out the back, like the back of his body just comes rupturing out. And you can see these horrendous-looking tentacles that have come out from the back of his person, and they grab onto the I-beams and hold them up. And so the attack would have hit, but he ends up wrapping them around. So now he's got these 2 giant I-beams being held up by these like huge tentacles that are sprung from out of his back. And it's not the only 2 that are there. You can see a bunch of writhing tentacles coming from out of his back. Probably 2 or 3 more.
Ivar kind of looks at the group and goes, oh, that's not good.
So, thank you. Not quite the mood we're into. Alright, so he basically hefts these things up. And so he's just kind of looking at this. You've got everybody sort of in this position. And then he like gives a piercing glare. And then a slight, almost bloody looking smirk. And you can feel like Ivar in particular, you know he's looking directly at you. And then you feel this shudder in your mind. It's like screaming, but almost like metal being wrenched backwards as you start to see all kinds of alien imagery start being poured into your mind. So I need you to make a sanity check minus 20.
Shit.
So my sanity at 90%. Remind me again how to make us.
You roll a D percentile, and you have to make it under the value that you have for your sanity, 70% in this case.
So I'm rolling a D. I'm rolling a D90.
A D100.
D100.
Yep, you're rolling a D100. You have to make it under 70%.
D Hundo.
66.
Woo! Barely. You're like, you managed to sustain what's happening with, like, the shield, like the anti-reality shield stays up, but you're dealing with all of these foreign concepts that literally bend your brain and sanity, trying to break you under the pure chaos and, you know, the realm of the outsiders come flooding into your mind. So you're standing there like this, breaking out into a sweat, your eyeballs rolling up into the back of your head, and that's basically when it takes a swing at Riv.
All right.
I imagine Ivar is just like,
Okay. Riv, make a dodge.
Make a dodge.
Yeah.
You have any teleports left?
No, I used all 3 of them.
In perfect setup here.
No, it's not it.
Dodge is reflex mobility.
Yeah, if his reflex was body, I'd be good. 17.
Okay. So you're like, yeah. You turn around, you see these beams come out. It grabs it, basically cocks its head, then looks over at you. One of the tentacles is like, wink, like that, and you just get smacked with one of these eye beams. What's your total armor?
What's my total armor?
Yeah. Given the fact that you're
let's see.
granite skinned and the rest of it.
How do I even calculate that with my body at 33?
So your
Well, your
BTM.
D-mod.
So what's your BTM right
Yeah.
now? 33.
26.
Okay. Plus whatever armor.
Which part of my armor?
All of it. Just whatever armor you're wearing. You're being hit in the body.
Oh, the torso is 55, or 82, I guess is the total.
82 is the total.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
how it's getting to that total, but it has 82.
It's getting to that
for the
total
torso.
because
It
I
adds
remember I have an
BTM.
auto feed. So
Oh, right,
yeah, so you have 86. You said
82.
82. Okay.
And that's before the full body armor from the granite, because that doesn't. I don't have anywhere in the character sheet to put that on.
Did you like? Oh.
Oh,
Alright.
should I make my skin like higher?
Yeah, your skin should be going up, but that's already accounted for with your BTM technically.
Well, yeah, but the granites.
The
Oh, is that
granite
because of the
skin.
+6 body?
Uh huh.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
it all feeds in. So 82, right?
82.
Yeah. So yeah, you take like right around. I gotta calculate this. This is the only problem with improvised weapons. The holy shit, this is fun for me. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. You're gonna wind up taking like. Yeah, you're gonna take like 18 damage from that, as opposed to dying.
How do I give myself damage?
You just put it in your damage box.
It's underneath the health.
Oh,
On the right, just under damage.
what's the
total.
HL max?
HL max
That's
is how
your
much
max.
you have
Right,
per
but-
health level.
Per...
Got it. We're good.
Yeah, we tend to get hit with fatal or miss. So,
By the way, your HLs right now are really huge because of your body again.
So is that right?
what was
My
your
HL is
what-
5 right now.
5, yeah.
oh,
Well, because you have a 31, 33 strength?
33
it
body.
should be much higher.
Yeah.
Should it?
Because you'll have. Yeah, you've got 28 per health level.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying I'm at 19, so yeah, you should have like.
Oh, okay. Then that didn't hurt as bad as I thought.
Nope.
No,
You're like bonk like that. You just go.
you get to do your.
"Ah!" Yeah. Yeah.
You just hit Colossus,
Yeah.
and he
Like I
walks
said,
out
Swang
like,
like that too.
Yeah. Yeah. So he
Wow,
swats
yeah.
you away like a fly. You're just like bonk, and you go crashing into another building. Like we get
Wow,
to see it.
that's some superhero shit.
Yes, we're in a super brawl, a real one. So yeah, I mean, you go crashing through the side of that building for sure.
Totally Colossus. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
In a 5'8", 180-pound body.
Yep.
I love that they made Colossus such like this very sensitive guy.
I
Yeah.
think that's great.
Well, they made him perfect. They made him Colossus. That's it.
Yeah.
He's the Captain America of the
Of the Soviets.
Soviets.
Isn't that Winter Soldier?
Go to bed, hero. Brush your teeth, hero. Yeah. So, Bill, your move. Yeah. The
Well,
Deadpool.
he's still got the box, and he's just going.
Yeah.
Is he damaged enough? Hit the button.
He's just, And then he turns back to and he looks at the outsider like the outsider's going to give him answers because Riv's never done anything like that.
No, pretty much every fight we've gone to, Riv's done something that we've never seen.
And then he
All
looks
the
at
tentacles will just go.
And then you see Ivar gives the outsider improvised weapons. He's like, what? And then he goes, and he's asking the outsider, what? So John's just having he's having a moment.
Yeah.
And as he does, what?
Yep.
He actually casts a time bubble, utilizing space and using time and bumping up the prime.
Mm-hmm.
So basically isolating the creature itself, and he's not going to stop time, he's going to slow it down by a significant fraction. So the time that it moves in is infinitely slower than our own.
Right.
So he's not breaking time, he's just
Manipulating it. Bending it.
telling it to take a vacation just around this guy.
He's hourglassing it.
Yeah, he's hourglassing it.
Yep.
So we're gonna
This is
go with
much
that.
wrapped. All right.
Dear God, you know who you're gonna call down on us by us screwing with time right now?
Oh, so many things.
It's gonna be Loki lost in time.
So really,
what's
we're part of the
my,
MCU now, huh?
What's my target?
You guys could beat the shit out of the Avengers. I hate to say it.
What would be the target?
You're pulling off one hell of a maneuver. It's gonna be a 10 because I like what you're doing, and using space cohesively with it would be necessary because what you're doing is you're bending a gravitational field around him.
And that's essentially he's got the space for it too. So he's got this correspondence and the time on the prime, and he's just like what? Alright. So we're going to use some luck
Yeah.
to get rid of that negative. So we're going to use one thing of luck
Yep.
for that. So he's used 3 luck, and then he's going to bump up that 9 to a 10, so 1 degree success. And then he still has another attack that he's going to utilize, if that, for whatever reason.
Okay.
And I'll pause because I want to see how he reacts to the time, if it actually works, and then his next action will be dependent upon that reaction.
Right. So you're just nullifying the one and seeing how it goes. Okay.
Mhm.
So this is one of those moments, Bill, where you have like an indirect moment where you're trying to affect him in an indirect way. Luckily enough, it's not damage. So
Mhm.
he still has to make a resistance.
My will is 10.
Yep.
Your will be done.
In God's name.
So you're like, you basically pull the forces together. You feel like the sense of the gravity and the space and all of it sort of coalesces, and then you feel it and its will just do this thing where it causes it to stop. You guys are at a deadlock. You got the same number of successes each. So now it's like an extended will roll to see who can push past.
Oh god, not one of those.
An extended bill roll.
A bill roll.
Oh, the jokes are really awful tonight. I just want you all to know that.
It's because we've had 2 weeks to curate them.
No, the flyby one was the worst one. I'm sorry.
Still target.
Really, wrong with that one. So basically, 10d10, explode 10, fail 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll reduce every single one.
Correct.
Copy that. What was the
Tricky numbers. 10.
The target's 10.
Yep.
So we're gonna use luck to negate that 1, and then we're gonna use luck to raise one of those. Actually,
Come on,
Let's-
rookie.
let's do this. Let's put him down to 3 luck.
Okay.
So we're gonna eliminate the 1, and we're gonna raise 2 of the 9s. So 3 degrees of success.
Wow.
Okay. So you've got 3 right now, plus the one from the start.
Okay, so we're at 4 right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next roll.
Okay.
Still 4.
Ah,
4.
wait, why does it?
Why doesn't that?
That should have counted.
Yeah.
That's
right?
5. Okay,
Yeah,
so we're
that's
5.
Oh, because you didn't put the target 10.
Oh yeah, it's just blank numbers.
Are you
Oh.
kidding me?
That's all right. I'm keeping track of it right now. You're at 4
He's
degrees.
got you
He's at 5.
Okay, target
because of the
10.
previous one.
Okay, now it's that was 8d10. This is 7d10.
Woo!
Damn. Woo!
7 degrees of success.
This is what I like to see. Sweet.
6. All the while he's doing this, there is this massive sense of an energetic push and pull force that is actually beginning to manifest itself in and around both John and the outsider.
We're gonna bump that 9.
Okay?
We're down to 2 luck. Because John knows how dangerous this is. Oh shit.
Back to 7.
Back to 7.
Let's see here. You had a 9, you had 6, 7. That's actually going to be 5, sorry.
5. Okay, so he's at 5. Fuck, I don't want to use that.
Up and down it goes. It really is. I don't know how you keep hitting the perfect music to go along with the tense situation.
Yeah, and these rules are basically how to increase the anxiety of a player.
What he's looking for, man.
Like, seriously, look at all those 9s.
Right?
He's gonna use a luck to get rid of that 1.
No, he doesn't need to do that because the 1
Then
kind
10
of puts him at 0. Not negative.
Well, yeah, so we'll just do
That would
5.
be a 0, not a negative 1. Because the 1 and the 10 would cancel. You just would have a 0.
Correct.
Alright. Alright,
5 it
5
is.
degrees.
Alright. So he's like, ah! Like trying to get this whole thing going. The struggle happens for a minute. And the result is outsider, -1, John, 5. So, like that, it actually manages to do what it's supposed to do. And you can see that he's just kind of like, you see his body is like tracing, like the time is acting weird for everyone else. He's reacting very slow, so you can actually see him tracing through actual space-time. So when he moves, there's a trail, but he's not moving as quickly. So he's dumped down. You've basically given him like shit. Yeah, you've given him like a good old-fashioned literally a -6 to his rolls.
Damn.
Okay. So
He
his next
melts
act
like Ivar.
is again, he's holding I-beams and he has a metal hole in his wing, and then he's like, "Fuck it, bring the thunder." He's just like, because he's still doing the like with his hands. He's still like, "Fuck," and just like you just see this cumulus cloud just kind of whirl and darken, and then just the lightning just crashes down right targeting, like specifically, the target, like into the hands, but mostly into the chest.
Oh, it'll literally attract to the rebar sticking out of his body like a lightning rod.
That's pretty much what he was thinking. Oh man, I know I succeeded by a greater degree with those damn rolls. I am sorry. Extended will rolls give me anxiety.
Oh, I love them. Come on. That's Ivar's bread and butter right there.
Okay, so
Potato.
I've already calculated the Arete cost and took it off my sheet. So he's at 25 current for his SFR. So 5D 10, explode 10, fail 1. What is my target for just a simple, massive lightning strike?
7.
The simple, massive lightning strike.
Yeah, 7.
Okay.
Just like Monica says in Friends, 7. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Proper.
Yeah, but you have to think of it more like John Travolta doing the and then laugh. So it's just basically it's like what?
Yeah.
And then explosion, and then Tatanka.
So yeah, that's a whopping like 70 magical damage there. And yeah, so because he's also like not your standard, he will end up taking like half because the lightning's gonna be like AP related. So, but it was like such a direct line into his shit. Actually, you know what? I'm going to ignore that because he did botch. So, it's never mind. 70 damage, here it comes. That makes way more sense. Woo-wee. Yeah, you guys really hit him hard. Okay.
We don't fuck
Is
around.
Boss reacting any different?
Yeah, buddy. Egg Shen. Because it's real. How do I know, Mr. Shen? How do I know it'll be real? Yeah.
Look here, you peasant shit sorcerer!
Next Shadows character, Jack Burton. Maxed luck, no powers.
Alright, so next up, we got Scott. And just to give it out there, so Scott's gonna be like, you'll have like unjammed the weapon. I'm not even gonna make you roll. It's your martial art, for Christ's sake. You're just gonna be like that, pop the stovepipe, like basically something got gritty or something, but it got locked, like the slide got locked whenever you were doing that. So you just basically like get it dug out and pop the slide back into place, and you're ready. So this lightning, it hits hard. Everybody's ears are ringing because it just goes crack like that. And he, of course, goes crumple down to the ground a little bit, and you can see him actually take the impact of the electricity, and then he bounces off the ground, but he goes like that, and he's like not moving at normal speed. So he takes the full hit.
My question before leaving Eric is, John looks at the shoebox. How is the gem reacting now?
It's still got light that's surrounding him, like it'll come out of where you guys are standing from through the anti-reality field and the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's still coalescing around him. It might look like it's actually a little easier for it to actually encroach where he's standing.
So John just kind of goes, keep hitting it!
Tap, 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 tap.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a tactics
We used to be exactly like
for whatever it's worth.
our dad.
Because if there's like a time bubble
Now we use both.
that's slowing everything down,
It seems that he's reacting slow, like he's moving around like he's in slow
I'm thinking,
motion.
are my bullets just gonna go?
So
You know.
you don't know. It's hard to
So
say.
that's why I'm kind of like looking to see like, is there a shot I can get off if I can
Best
drop
guess
something
is to
on
just
him?
do it and hope for the best.
Right.
You don't really know if it's going to have an impact in that way or
Small
not.
being trying to attack
Yep,
what he doesn't
yep, ignore that. That was not what I wanted to do.
All
Why
right.
can't this shit copy mouse? Yeah.
your future's bright.
I'm like waiting for something to load. But I can't tell if this is a joke because time slowed down.
So let's see what you got there, 6-shot.
Okay, so I think I miscalculated my attack before because my my martial arts total is 22 and my handgun rank is 7.
Right, so 29 should be your base.
So it should have been 29. I was rolling 26 before. Or 27, but I did my martial arts total and my martial arts rank,
Okay.
but it didn't help because a botch is a botch. And then I have that my gun is AP4, but I think that's old stats based on my old ammunition.
Would be
I was
it would be an
using,
AP it would be an AP6.
so- Okay.
That's how it reverses. It would be an AP6.
So do I add that in the attack or no?
No,
That's
you don't have to add anything. You just roll your dice and I'll show you how it works. This is
Okay.
what I was talking to you about last week or something. You'll see how it
Yeah.
works.
Okay. D10 plus 29, shot 1. It's a miss.
God damn. You should have bumped that up to a 2 at least.
I will. What am I
Okay.
doing? Oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
I like that
Crit.
one. Crit, crit, crit.
Oh, I'll just resolve the crit. So just a D10.
I feel like that first bullet is Barrack just like quizzically looking at it, and he's like,
43.
"Nope, you gotta do this."
Nice.
Would be even better is if
Oh,
Barrack
God.
was good enough to. Oh! Or the same result after it too.
Barrack's getting a feel for this.
And I'll spend a point of luck to bump up that first one.
Okay. So
So
here's
it's
how
not
this
a
works.
botch.
AP6. You treat it kind of like a target number. All of your rolls stand
Right.
exactly as they are, right? So you rolled an 8, 2 10s, and a 7. The 10s literally just, because of their multiplier, just make it so you do full
Mhm.
damage with those. So the 2 10s do full damage despite armor anyway.
Okay.
Then the 7 and the 8 do half, and everything else will get absorbed unless there is unless his armor is not tall enough to like cap the overflow.
And the
So
7 and the 8 do half because they are
They are
over
6 and
the
above.
AP.
Yeah, they're over the AP. So 6 and above, you get to do the half damage. That's how that works.
Cool.
So,
So,
Ivar,
these are-
are you enhancing it again, or trying to?
I don't think Ivar was. Ivar was more like he dropped his shield, chucked some I-beams, and then was like, "Oh, that didn't."
I didn't know if he was going to
Yeah.
try or not. It would have been harder.
No,
but
he's just
He's like,
Ivar's just he's just like reassessing what's going on.
okay.
So these are 26 damage each base.
Yeah. So there is, there's 52, and then there's 13, 13, 26. So that's 62, 65 damage. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Plus that won't heal up fast.
And they're the Hallow.
Yep. That's why they won't
Yeah.
heal up quick.
I'm keeping track of my ammo, by the way.
Good man. Woo!
Ooh-wee!
You guys managed to pull it off. So he's like trying to juke and dodge these things. He ends up taking several of the shots, and you can see he's just looking down, and you can tell that there's like confusion on his expression because you guys are all moving suddenly greatly more quick for no reason that he can figure out. He's basically confused. And so like you just kind of do that whole thing, and now you're feeling like, all right, that was better. Like, so Riv, you pry the table that's on top of you at this point that was like left as part of one of the supervisors. You just like shove that thing off, shovel off all of the rest of the debris. Your clothing is mostly shot, but you crunch up like this, and you hear this like crunch as you like come through most of the debris, and you stand up and you're looking through the hole at the same target.
All right. What I would like to do is see. I'm going to do an awareness check again. I'm looking around for any anywhere out of that hole that I can use as a. I'd like to jump out of it, like do basically what I did, but this time just get out of there.
Well, in this case, you're on the ground floor. You didn't fly up. You just went straight across. So you're on the ground floor, and you stood up, and you're just looking at the fight through the hole where you came in.
Okay.
Of course, you've got still that settling dust is still coming down. So.
Yeah. It seems faster for me to just punch the ground, punch behind me to get out of there instead of running out of there. Since I could just and you just take the rebound. But
resistance is
all right, how far is it to the edge of the building?
Not that far. You're on the other end of the room. This was like thick concrete, so it stopped your movement pretty hard. You crashed through 1.5 feet of concrete.
Yeah, she took it good. I'm gonna pop out of there. That'll be my movement. Just get out of the building.
Oh, that's fine. You could easily reach where he's at. You know, like you're not so far away. You're probably about 40, 50, like 45, 50 feet away, and you can move, you know, like up to 4 times your speed in a sprint. So.
Oh, that's right. So okay, I'm gonna also roll some tactics then.
Yeah.
10 plus. What's my tactics right now? It is 9. So, am I aware that like looking at the enemy, I was obviously I was in a building when Mr. Bill did his thing, or John did his thing. Am I seeing the fact that there's some aura around him?
Yeah, like if there's anything that he does that he moves, he's tracing, like all of the tentacles, the eye beams, the rest of it, all of that. It's tracing around his person. So when he moves, it's like you can see like the kind of slight tracing here on my hand. Like it's doing that, but much worse, and it's happening in the physical reality.
All right, I probably don't want to get in melee range then. I feel like that'd be a bad idea. I wanted to do this this to him. Oh, it's not doing the GIF.
No.
Just stare at him down. Stare him down. Stare him down.
Let's see.
Oh, damn, that's a hit.
Yeah, right. If you open the original, you can see it.
Detroit Smash.
Yeah, it's the Detroit Smash. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna be lobbing. Let's see, how many shots can I do?
Nice.
I'm gonna be lobbing 3 of my magic bolts at him.
Okie bokies. What was there?
Oh shit! I used melee to do that.
Yeah.
That's funny. What's that? Sorry.
What was the AP on those again?
AP mundane.
AP mundane. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So I'm rolling against my melee. Do I roll it 3 times for each shot, or 1 for each shot?
Yeah, you just do 1 for each shot because you're on pow pow pow.
Okay.
Nice.
That's my
nice,
3
nice,
shots.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So they all land. What was the damage on that?
46.
Okay. They impact him as a target. You can see him just shifting as he gets the impact. And you can see it just like trace. He goes like, just kind of takes a look back to realize that you're still alive. And you see the, the flattened flesh basically peering at you more or less through the wave of tentacles that are still tracing in front of him or in front of you because you're at his back. So pretty much. It doesn't seem like it has a terribly high level of effect.
That'll be my turn.
Yep. That puts you up, Drew. You finally managed to get yourself kind of snapped out of whatever kind of crazy was being poured into your head, so you're kind of clearing up.
Yeah, and so tell me how this would roll out. What Ivar's trying to figure out, the prison box, is John holding that, or is it like on the ground?
He just has it like this in front of him, and it's slightly floating, like where his hands are, because it's like it's so automated.
But is there a way for him to tell the difference, like almost if he did an occult roll, like would he know, like if this box were closer to the outsider, would it have a greater effect than farther away, or is that more of a tactics roll?
You could just do a tactics roll and find out. And what was the question though? I didn't quite catch it.
The question was, and I think this might be more of an occult, is the power of that box, does it grow if it's closer? Like, so if we were to get that box closer to the outsider, would we have an easier time imprisoning it than being the distance we currently are? The thought that I'm having is almost using Ivar's teleportation to teleport the prison closer to the outsider.
You could definitely make a shot. You don't know if it's the right time to do it, which is probably what your main question was. I was answering something, so I got a little distracted.
Not a problem. Would this be a cult roll, or would it be tactics?
Tactics. You're trying to discern whether or not this will actually defeat the enemy, so tactical. Well, okay then.
27.
I think the dice don't want this fight to happen. What are they scared of? I wonder. So if you move the box closer to your target, you're looking at the situation going, there's a good chance that he won't want to try to even touch it. Like, he won't want to be anywhere near this. And if that's the case, putting it as close to him as possible is not a bad plan. You know, that very simple leap of logic. There's a good chance that putting it closer will create a sort of adverse effect. Could give you an advantage if it doesn't work out right.
And is John currently touching the box?
No, he's got it in front of him, like his hands are underneath, but like I said, it's hovering.
So almost what Ivar wants to do is open a portal that the box is on one side and on the other side is the outsider, and slowly like move that portal over the device, so the device kind of like part of it is sitting in by John, and the other part is like now touching the outsider.
Gotta love these temporal mechanics, huh, Bill?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, is because I'm thinking of friction first, and then if he's sped up, like his body just goes straight.
He wouldn't technically speed up; it would still happen at the same time that it was happening. You would just experience it entirely differently.
Okay, don't even worry about it.
Like I said, temporal mechanics, motherfucker, right?
Thank you.
Yep, no problem. All right. Ivar, you're gonna try and just boop the box right over to where
I'm
he's out to touch
booping the
it?
box. So Ivar's like staring at this guy, looking at the box, looking at the outsider, looking at the box, and then he just kind of goes, huh. And then you just see him all of a sudden just open, like, he pulls his hands apart, and as he does, a portal opens up right next to the box. And then you see Ivar just, like, moving his arms, and as he moves it, the portal's moving, and this thing's going through it. And all of a sudden you see it appearing right next to, if not touching, the outsider. So what's my target to make this lovely magic trick happen?
You're still maintaining, so it is going to be, it's a lot simpler for what you're used to, so you make that an 8, but you still require 2 active successes in order for the effect to be valid. That concentration's a bitch.
2 degrees of success.
Done deal. Alright, so the magical effect is in place, and you start to shove it through.
And what's that gonna take?
Not much. You're just moving. The effect is really the hard part. You just going beep, like just having it slide over like Han Solo onto the ship, you know.
So what am I rolling to have this thing move?
Nothing. It's free. It's free floating. So you're just like bing.
Oh.
Yep. You just go boop like that. It goes blong. Like I said, the creating the portal was the only part of it that was weird. So you push the box through, and you can see him basically looking around, noticing the strange rupture in space-time right next to where he's standing, and then just goes wong, and the light intensifies and tries to grip around his person. There is something of a scream of a sort that kind of occurs from this, but the scream is horridly distorted, much more bassy than it should be. And he just shifts and shakes. You can see his physical form actually shudder, the tracing making that effect even worse. And you can see that he's struggling against something. And whenever he does that, Meatball, no. Let the dog chase you. Claw her face off, man. But when he's trying to fend off the effects of this particular device, you can see it is a massive struggle between himself and it. The proximity definitely seems to matter. There's a shudder moment for a second, and then you just see him just kind of like suddenly become inverted and like become inward, you know, like just imploding. And then the light just goes like that and goes straight, like there's nothing there anymore. And,
Turn it off, John.
well, you do that, and then everybody in their heads, what is this sort of, you know, you get this voice, it's sort of like, I really hate this, and just kind of like raises up his hands because you can see him on the corner of one of the buildings because he vanished straight out of sight and moved himself up there, and he just does this strange movement up, and you can see this other concussive blast starting like rupture from out of himself, and it just ripples across from the top level. And of course, Riv, you're out of range from this, but you still catch the side wave as it comes down. So your hair's like just completely blown off to the side as this massive wave of kinetic force comes rupturing down. And again, Ivar, you're gonna have to maintain the anti-reality shield because he is sending a huge fuck you.
And he was able to do that even with the -6.
Yeah,
Damn, dude.
My target was 10 on that.
that's what happens when you roll 18 on the dice.
So my target is 10 confirmed.
Yes. Yep.
2 degrees.
Yeah, you still maintain it. It just goes boom. The structure that he's standing on completely blows out in front of him. He gets covered in like smoke, dust, debris, something else. And then there's like this sense of rushing impact. And you're just like, ugh, like you hold it up and like with all your might. I mean, you're perspiring at this point because you've taken a crap load of damage to that shield. And like it's barely hanging on for you at this point. When you see that happen and the dust finally settles, You don't see your quarry anywhere, but you definitely know that this is not over.
I don't think he liked it.
You'd be correct.
Well, shit.
John just looks at him like, no shit!
What's Ivar's danger sense doing? Has it all shifted as a result of this?
He's gone. It's still up.
Still pegged.
Yep.
So we don't know where he is right now.
Nope. But he's still in the fight. The only other problem is that the box was in direct field of that explosive and concussive force.
Where to go?
Good question. To be answered next time.
Yep.
Oh.
So, okay.
That's appropriate.
How much damage did Barrick do to it after when he shot it up?
It's had 308 damage by my
308?
calculation.
Yes,
308.
everybody's on the same page. 308 damage, correct.
I'm getting tired of the enemies just disappearing.
Oh, this time he didn't disappear. He wants to hurt you.
He's not happy.
He's just
Damn.
replaying the playing field because there's a difference here. This one's not trying to escape. He is way too arrogant for that.
So I wrote down some new stuff for my powers that matches what we've been doing.
Yeah.
I actually rolled up and added typing to all of my powers, and so the right now Riv can hold up 2 auras of power, but she can hold a quantity type power like teleport or fireball, even if both of those even if 2 auras are active at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she's able to have granite
I
skin,
like how you're
super
using
strength.
Magic the Gathering as a way of doing like that. That
Yeah.
makes total sense. Total sense. I'm driving with that.
Yeah. And it works with like the power of the young Goflar.
Yeah.
It's an aura of power instead of just a active power.
Mm-hmm. God damn.
If I had a chance to act, my roll got killed because it happened before my action. But I would have given up my granite skin and got super speed with super power, strength. And so I would have been like Superman in
Yeah. The fucking
Justice League, where he's like, "Huh?"
yeah, just looking
Yeah,
at
I
the
like
Flash.
Question for next week. Are we presuming that we're still in the fight, so we're playing house rules that our luck stands?
Yep.
Or okay, cool.
Yep. You're still.
Well,
in the
that's
encounter.
good news for me too, though, because I have my 2 auras active while the while the encounter is still going on.
So we should actually probably write that down.
I did, or at least for
Okay.
myself.
And then
Why,
Ivar
why
still
I
has-
only spent 1 point of luck?
That was awesome.
Action economy.
Yep.
That was a good Super Bowl, and we're still at it. Damn.
And all we know is we pissed it off by putting the box near it.
Yeah. And
I
to give
think
you
we
an
did some
idea,
damage.
Ivar, you stopped 240 damage with your anti-reality shield. I want you to know that.
Wow. Well, Ivar, my general thought for this battle is Ivar was generally keeping that up to protect the group as much as possible.
And
Yeah, we might
you
do that
did.
again.
And everybody is warded still, I believe. I think they still have that 60% mischance, whatever it is, if he tries anything directly magical. So, at least you have that if that fucking shield fails. But damn, I don't want to play that game. Like,
Well, yeah, and I'm wearing armor that's like if magical attacks just use normal armor. There's no such thing as a mundane AP,
Right.
which is good.
yeah.
I want you guys to know right now that I have 200 and what is it that I told you, Scott?
Yeah, what did we figure?
275 for IP
No.
or whatever it was.
No, I have 262 health right now
Oh.
because of my various power-ups.
Yeah.
I am
Man.
the group's tank for this fight.
She's
Yeah,
a
you
grower,
are.
not a shower, man. Like...
You're the
It's probably best
flag
that you're.
smasher chick.
Yeah, it's probably best that you're the biggest threat to this guy.
We'll see. I mean, at least I can stay like toe to toe with him.
Just a minute.
And now that he's outside of the time field, I can actually get into melee range and
Mhm.
grapple.
So did he escape the time
The time
bubble?
is associated with its person.
Oh, okay.
So it's
So
like
he's still.
it's like an aura that just kind of stacked onto it. So that's why.
Oh, okay.
So no matter what he does for the rest of the encounter, he's moving at that kind of slower rate, taking that -6 penalty.
So he can still
that's great.
chuck things at us. He just can't do it as fast.
Yeah.
Well, that's good for us. We need every advantage we can get.
Yeah, that puts him literally at a level that you guys can start doing some serious harm. But, you know.
Here's just a quick question. Ivar created that portal, sent the device through it. He didn't like how that left and fired at us. Is the portal still open?
If it was, because Grant, you would have like pushed it through and the portal would have closed, because if that portal was still open, it would have shotgunned your head right off.
Okay. Well, that's a good reason.
It would have compressed the force straight through a hole the size of your head. You would have been headless Ivar.
becomes a whole new thing.
He'd end up being nearly headless Ivar.
Oh man.